And here he comes. Adilson Rodrigues looking on. Evander Holyfield returning to the site of his heavyweight debut. 364 days ago. He's 3-0 as a heavyweight. TKOs over James Quick Tillis, Pinklin Thomas, and of course Michael Dokes. The legendary Angelo Dundee, who lends such credibility to the corner of Adilson Rodrigues, and swinging over to the other corner, the ubiquitous Lou Duva, who handles Evander Holyfield. So tonight pits two of the best-known fight trainers in the world, two outgoing personalities, Duva and Dundee. The two coexist in a friendly rivalry. As you take a look at our tail of the tape, 81 years of training experience between them, and I'll tell you what, the two are never at a loss for words.
You know, come the fight, you know, we're going to be going at each other. You know, you're going to be in one corner, I'm in the other corner, and we're going to beat you, baby. Anyway at all, we're going to beat you because I got Holyfield who can do it all. Remember that there.
Lou, I got news for you. Yeah. You come at me across the ring, I ain't going to be there. Forget about it. I know she's been picking on guys lately. I mean, you sort of slip. You get a little nervous. I can't understand why you're getting that way.
No, like I told you before, I'm running out of money. That's why I can't afford to get fined. That's why I've been cutting my activity out. But I'm going to beat you. One way or another, I'm going to beat you in the fight, before the fight, after the fight. But we're going to go it.
Do you really think you can beat me?
Any way at all, Angelo, I can beat you. When it comes to games, Italian games and fights, anything at all.
You don't got a shot.
You haven't got a shot. Any way at all.
You're dead city.
You're dead city?
Yeah. I win. Easy.
Unbelievable. Angelo Dundee and Lou Duva. You saw their tail of the tape. Let's take a look at the real tail of the tape for the fight tonight. The numerical breakdown. Holyfield 5 years younger than Rodrigues. Holyfield at 6'2.5" with the half-inch height advantage. Rodrigues at 221, 14 pounds heavier. And Holyfield's 207, 5 pounds up from his heavyweight debut about a year ago. And the 1-inch reach advantage for Holyfield. Take a look at the rules. The Nevada rules, 10-point must system, 3 scoring judges, no standing 8 count, the 3 knockdown rule in effect, and he can be saved by the bell only in the final round. Let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hull for the introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caesars Tahoe in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, where tonight Main Events Monitor, in association with Caesars Tahoe, presents championship boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the Continental America's heavyweight title, the supervisor Roy Van Putten. Representing the Nevada State Athletic Commission are its chairman, Dr. Elias Ghanem, and commissioners James Nave, Dwayne Ford, Freddie Little, and Jay Nady. The executive director is Chuck Minker. The officials assigned by the governing bodies for the next event of the evening. The judges are Bill Graham, Doug Tucker, and Keith McDonald. The timekeeper is Jim Carpenter. Counting at the knockdowns, John Rogers. The attending physicians at ringside, Dr. James McLennan and Dr. James Wichman. And the referee for the main event of the evening is Mills Lane. The next event featuring 12 rounds of boxing for the Continental America's Heavyweight Championship. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Check that. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, weighing in at 221 pounds, with a professional record of 35 wins, 2 defeats, with 26 KOs. He is rated number 2 by the World Boxing Council and is the challenger in this event. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Adilson Rodrigues. And in the blue corner, fighting out of Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 207 pounds. His professional record consists of 21 wins, no defeats, 17 KOs. He is rated number 1 in the world by the WBA and the WBC. He is the WBC Continental America Heavyweight Champion, the very popular Evander, the real thing, Holyfield.
Final instructions from referee Mills Lane, also a district attorney from Reno. Tonight's fight also being simulcast in Spanish for the first time. Showtime Championship Boxing hooking up with Radio Sports Network, which specializes in Spanish language broadcasts of major boxing events, reaching over 80% of the total U.S. Hispanic population. Freddie.
Now what you really mean to say is este combate se va a oír en español, cortesía de Showtime.
Carlos Avilas and Enrique Gratas handling the call. As you look at Evander Holyfield getting set to do battle with Adilson Rodrigues, scheduled for 12. Holyfield coming off that outstanding victory over Michael Dokes, March 11th, rated number 1 by the WBC and WBA in the heavyweight division, and Adilson Rodrigues, the number 2 rated heavyweight contender by the WBC. A 10-round decision over Mike Rouse on May the 22nd. Of course, if you've been following the career of Holyfield in the red with the white trim, he's got the very effective jab, superior quickness, great hand speed and foot speed, and he has outstanding instincts in the ring, and he is all business.
And he is a warrior. I mean, he comes to fight whatever it takes. And with Dokes, it took a lot of heart, a lot of guts, and he had to stand there and take a lot of blows. But with Rodrigues, he is just right now trying to feel him out. They're both trying to out-jab each other. Not much distance between them. The jab should be effective. As soon as Evander Holyfield gets in close enough, he'll start popping to the body and hooking to the head.
Rodrigues in the blue trunks with the white trim, 35-2, 26 knockouts, has won 18 straight. Likes to hook to the body and the head with the left, then finish people off with the right. He used to be a wild, two-fisted brawler, but became a more polished boxer under Angelo Dundee, who's been with him now for about a year and a half. He thinks his left hand is better than his right.
Right now, Rodrigues landed a good right hand, and the jab made Evander wince as if a thumb had gotten in his eye. He's still blinking. He's still not very comfortable. And it's Rodrigues carrying the fight to Evander Holyfield right now.
Past the midway point of round 1. Evander Holyfield, considered by many boxing's consummate gentleman, just waiting his turn for Mike Tyson. Wild looping right by Rodrigues.
I think the technique that Evander Holyfield has launched on is to take away all the opponents of Tyson, so he's got to fight him. He's just fighting everybody that lines up for him.
Tyson said he saw the last fight with Michael Dokes in March live here on Showtime, and he was impressed with the way Holyfield could take punishment. Feeling out first round here at Lake Tahoe.
Holyfield much more tentative than I've ever seen him before in this first round. It is truly a feeling out round for Evander, and Rodrigues has been able to land some effective punches.
Less than 30 seconds in the opening round. Here's that shotgun jab of Holyfield, and the combination by Holyfield. Showing everything in his repertoire. There was an uppercut here in the final seconds of round 1. So round 1 is in the books. We'll follow Evander Holyfield into his corner with George Benton and Lou Duva.
Come on. Now listen, when you fire that right hand, come back with that double hook. All right, hands up good night.
Not that much worry in the corner. It's very early for anybody to be giving anything except instructions to speed up that jab to the midsection and double up on a hook for Evander Holyfield, who I felt lost that first round by a very narrow margin, but he really was feeling out, whereas Rodrigues was landing the more effective punches.
Round 2 scheduled for 12 on a gorgeous 74-degree night in Lake Tahoe. Rodrigues with some action. There's a heavy right by Rodrigues, and Holyfield has to cover up. Now Holyfield looks to come back.
Those hooks to the body score points, and they don't make you feel good.
Mills Lane, the third man of the ring. Oh, a heavy right by Rodrigues to the head.
And a hook to follow, and another hook to the body.
The huge crowd coming over from Brazil, thinking upset. This has got to be a surprise to this point, the way Rodrigues has responded.
More a surprise the way that Holyfield has not. Right now, Holyfield is getting untracked. He's finally woken up.
Fans are going wild, but down goes Rodrigues out of nowhere. Adilson Rodrigues is on the canvas.
He's not getting up. He hit his head on the canvas, and he's not getting up.
It's all over. Here in the second round, Evander Holyfield has KO'd Adilson Rodrigues.
A perfect shot, but the way he went back, he hit that canvas with his head, and it truly knocked him out. He's still starched there. People are trying to gather around him, and I think they should take their time. When a fighter is knocked out, clear the public away, let the doctors in, get the cornermen away from him who have a tendency to pick the guy up. There's no reason. Now, you see they're starting to talk to him. They're starting to get the reflexes to see what's wrong. Then they'll sit him up, and then finally they'll stand him up. He's all right. He's talking. His eyes are open. But it was a surprise knockout in that Holyfield was starting to take a lot of shots, as he did with Dokes. And all of a sudden woke up, and with that intensity, ferocity, and his precise punching, was able to knock out Rodrigues.
Rodrigues had been dictating the tempo up to that point.
Now let's watch a replay, and you can see the accuracy of the punch that knocked out, and you see how his head bounces off the canvas. A right hand, an overhand right by Holyfield. Let's watch it again from a different angle, and you can see how this bounces right off. There it goes now, but watch Rodrigues' head as he goes down. You can't see it on that show. He literally bounced off that canvas with his head, and you see that peculiar expression, all circuits are off. He is knocked out.
Well, if there's any doubt that Evander Holyfield possesses a knockout punch, you can erase all that doubt. He does it in one punch.
Well, he certainly has answered to critics. One shot high on the temple, wasn't even on the jaw, but look what it did. What a devastating effect to a large man like Adilson Rodrigues. I don't think he has ever been out in his life, and he certainly visited the unconscious world of boxing.
Rodrigues is up and on the stool. What a turn of events early in the fight after Rodrigues seemed to be in control. From our viewpoint, he won the first round 10-9, and then out of nowhere, Evander Holyfield with a ferocious driving shot to the head of Rodrigues that sent him sprawling to the canvas. So Evander Holyfield lifts his mark to 22-0 with 18 knockouts, and that's his first pure knockout as a heavyweight. So you can erase all the doubt about whether he has a knockout punch. Let's go up for the official word from ring announcer Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 29 seconds of the second round. The winner by a knockout, and still the WBC Continental America's heavyweight champion, Evander Holyfield. And at this time in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, the representative of Continental Americas, Mr. Roy Van Putten, is presented the belt.
Evander Holyfield holds on to his WBC Continental America's Heavyweight Championship. Let's go back and check out the call from round number 2.
Instructions to speed up that jab to the midsection and double up on a hook for Evander Holyfield, who I felt lost that first round by a very narrow margin, but he really was feeling out, whereas Rodrigues was landing the more effective punches.
Round 2 scheduled for 12 on a gorgeous 74-degree night in Lake Tahoe. Rodrigues with some action. There's a heavy right by Rodrigues, and Holyfield has to cover up. Now Holyfield looks to come back.
Those hooks to the body score points, and they don't make you feel good.
Mills Lane, the third man of the ring. Oh, a heavy right by Rodrigues to the head.
And a hook to follow, and another hook to the body.
The huge crowd coming over from Brazil, thinking upset. This has got to be a surprise to this point, the way Rodrigues has responded.
More a surprise the way that Holyfield has not. Right now, Holyfield is getting untracked. He's finally woken up.
Fans are going wild, but down goes Rodrigues out of nowhere. Adilson Rodrigues is on the canvas.
He's not getting up. He hit his head on the canvas, and he's not getting up.
It's all over. Here in the second round, Evander Holyfield has KO'd Adilson Rodrigues.
A perfect shot, but the way he went back, he hit that canvas with his head, and it truly knocked him out. He still starts there. People are trying to gather around him, and I think they should take their time. When a fighter is knocked out, clear the public away, let the doctors in, get the cornermen away from him who have a tendency to pick the guy up. There's no reason. Now, you see they're starting to talk to him. They're starting to get the reflexes to see what's wrong. Then they'll sit him up, and then finally they'll stand him up. He's all right. He's talking. His eyes are open. But it was a surprise knockout in that Holyfield was starting to take a lot of shots, as he did with Dokes, and then all of a sudden woke up, and with that intensity, ferocity, and his precise punching, was able. Astounding knockout, Evander and Lou and Georgie Benton. Astounding in that the action was so heavy, and all of a sudden one punch high on the head knocks this guy completely out. I guess that's why it's the critics about your punching power.
First of all, I can thank God for the victory and health and strength. But the guy was very tough, and he came out and he saw him in the eyes a couple of times, which I don't think it was intentional, which got my balance. He was a lot quicker, and the guy, he was going for it all.
Yeah, I felt in that first round you got thumbed with a jab, and you were blinking, and you weren't yourself. Then the second round, when he picked it up, he picked up the action. Did you expect him to be punching that hard and that fast in the second round?
Well, I felt that he watched my tape and he knew that I started off fast. So once he started off fast, I started slowing him down, get him on a pace that was off rhythm. Then once I was able to get him to the rope to slow down, then I was able to pick him, because a lot of his punches weren't landing clean, they were glancing off the glove, and I was able to counter punch real well.
At any time, did you feel hurt by any of those punches? Some of those shots landed pretty well.
No, I wasn't hurt. He got me off balance because he was able to keep me on the end of the jab and caught me with a good right hand high on the head. Got me off balance, but I was aware of everything that was going on.
The knockout was a right hand high on the temple, yet a left hook right before it must have softened him up.
Well, I was setting him up. Against the rope. I was hitting him with left hook to the body and to the head, and I was able to catch him with that right uppercut left hook. Then as he was charging, then I was able to catch him with straight right.
All right, here it is. As we look at it again, let you comment on what you landed.
The right uppercut would call him first, and the left hook which got him off balance. And I was measuring, and I was able to catch him coming in to the punch, and which causes the big impact.
Well, I felt he was out anyway, but he certainly bounced hard off that canvas. I mean, that didn't do him any good. He was out for a good 30 seconds after that fight, after that blow. I didn't think he could get up from just the blow before he hit the head. So a resounding victory for you. You certainly are starting to put people to sleep as heavyweights, and they can't stop that one on you. So the critics ought to be quiet now about your punching power, and it's on to the next step, which will be what, Lou?
Well, right now, Ken Sanders, Shelly Finkel, Danny Dubin, they're talking right now with Don King. I think the fight isn't inevitable. I think he wants Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson on him. But if Mike Tyson watches this here fight, maybe you better start thinking about this guy's punching power. They said he couldn't punch before. If this don't prove that he can punch, bring on Mike Tyson, and we'll show him how good we can punch.
All right, a little later on in this program, as we continue, we're going to talk to Ken Sanders, who has been negotiating heavily for several fights. We want to talk to him. We want to hear what's going on, because you are on a Cannonball Express to the championship, or at least to a meeting with a man who's got a death grip on the championship. So now back to Steve Albert, who has a gentle hold on the microphone.
Thank you very much. Evander Holyfield taking it all in stride.